Greetings, everybody. I'm not sure he's on. If you're kind enough to maybe say hello in the live chat, if you guys have any questions. So it's currently 2:31 uh, p.m. Eastern Time. The market will be closing in another 90 minutes, and we know that SPY, QQQ, IWM, they will have until 4:15 Eastern Time to close. There are a few stuff that I've been tracking on here. And we posted them in the Discord room, so I'm just gonna go one by one on here, keeping an eye on them. So let me make sure that the screen is fully visible to you guys. So this is X. This is the hourly chart. What it looks like. I like to look at the different time frame on here, just really to see if there is any support or resistance that is not seen on the other time frame. Let's say typically I don't trade with 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Yeah, with some of you we have had this conversation. So for me, really, when the market is open after, let's say, uh, a good hour in, we have enough candle on 15 minutes. So right now, this is what X is doing. It has been very, very, very choppy. Literally since this candle here at 9:15. That's the candle of 9:15 Pacific time. This has been very choppy. I think I posted in the Discord. The moment I posted this here on the Discord, that's usually, I don't know if you guys have noticed. Whenever I post it, I usually post in a a status. No, they're not a status. Yeah, a chart of a stock that, let's say, is trending, especially when it's trending bearishly. It's almost like an invitation for it to really just do a so-called reversal or something, right? So this one here, yeah, I mean, if this is a 2% move here, just these two green candles on here, okay, I was just like, okay, sure, whatever. So now it finds itself in. So the low of the day here for us is what? The low of the day is 25.33. That's what we're looking for. So X is a stock that, as you know, if you don't know, but that means you're not part of our Discord room. But for us inside of our Discord room, we like to trade X as part of the Friday No Wahala, formerly known as Friday Lotus. Yeah. So if since there is no Friday trading this week because of Good Friday, uh, the trade for us on X, well, you are looking at it live right now. So because the expiration is tomorrow, so from here, uh, X 2563, conservatively, you can say, okay, you pick 26 calls. Yeah, we are 90 minutes to the close. Um, Me personally, as I stand right now, I don't know. I am not in a hurry to buy those calls. So meaning I want to see where this trend finish on here. These guys that they are playing hardball on here. So for me right now, I have the 25 puts that are, what are they doing? They are not doing that. I mean, they are not doing great, but they're not doing bad. Uh, So let's see if I can. I'm looking at the chart of the option first, as you know. So the 25. Okay, so I got them at 39 cents. They are trading. Okay, literally they click at 37 now. All right, so I'm just allowing this trade to tell me here toward the close what it is going to be doing. All of the other puts that, because we start trading earlier in the week, right? All of the other puts that we had like 23 and a half, they are worth like 10 cents, 9 cents. So it could be interesting on here. If they really close, if it closes below 25, then those will have a good shot for tomorrow. So X is the one of the stock that's for us. Obviously, we are keeping attention on here. The other stock that I want to bring to your mind and that I'm tracking is this one. Made little money on it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The 56 call made some money, and I gave this trade inside of the Discord, right? I said I was hedging this thing with the 55 puts. Okay, this 55 put there, they are the interesting. They are what's in play right now, because they were literally dead at some points, and then they revived themselves earlier here. I think it's just before I was getting ready to start on this candle here, literally an hour ago. They starts appreciating. They were worth 30 cents. And then it decided I was about to post that again. Then because it was fighting with the yellow, the green line, that's the EMA 20, right, on the 15-minute chart. And then it did exactly like X did. So we have talked about this a lot. If you, us as trader, we are able, when the trend establishes itself below the VWAP and we start posting lower lows, yes, at some point we expect a bounce. Yeah, we are always to expect a bounce. But overreacting to this one is actually, trust me, it's very difficult not to overreact to this. It's just that, hey, you have to trust the trend. Then here, because this back-to-back candles, then it closed above VWAP. Closing above VWAP, it's one thing. But now, how about the next one? Now, here it is, back to 55.41. So those 55 puts, they may be nice here into the next hour of closing. So that's stock number 2. So if you're late, or most of you are not late. People who are here, they're already here. They don't joke. They when they woke up this morning, they may have been like, this guy's going to be doing a live session. Let me clear my schedule. It's like, I don't know what live sessions are. We do this on a weekend, right? You can ask traders Subu. We come to one-on-one coaching. We can look at the chart, what's going on. So the fact that it's live, it doesn't add anything onto it, right? This type of technical analysis. So we talked about X. We are tracking X. 25 puts on the downside to see what it does here. But in any case, by the end of the session, we know that we are carrying X as an overnight trade because it's one of our Thursday Wahala. no, Thursday no Wahala, not Wahala. And then the second one we just looked at was a trade that's earlier. It had earnings, right? We talked about it this morning. Yeah, we talked about it in the pre-market. WBA. So we traded the 56 call and the 55 put. So that's stock number 2. Stock number 1, because there are people who. So step number 1, we said X, tracking 25 puts, and maybe later on 26, or hopefully, yeah, we will take some calls for whatever strike price that they may be going at. And then WBA, that's a Walgreens, tracking the 55 puts right now. So that's stock number 2. Stock number 3, that's the one I was spying with the corner of my eye because this one has been a nut job. This is its chart on here. This stock actually, it didn't quite do what we were expecting it to do based on our study on here. We talked about it, was it yesterday? Pen, but now all of a sudden, they are trying to get it higher. So we are tracking this with the 110. Yeah, because they're expensive. We are tracking this with the 110 calls. And where are they going right now? Are they, as of now, they are really flat. 85 bid, 92 ask. Yeah, we got them for 92. So let's see, it doesn't have room on the upper Bollinger, but I'm expecting something crazy. I'm expecting that when SPY start rebalancing in the last 15 minutes thereabout, this thing is just gonna jump. That's the best case scenario for us. I don't want to be risking that much per contract until to tomorrow. So meaning if Pen does not close bullishly on here to make us money, we're just gonna work. We can day trade that tomorrow. That's not a problem. But it has been a disappointment because all of the other stocks, the series of stocks, they did a little bit more than this one. I mean, plus 2.4%. And in the series of those that we studied, there were bigger movers out there. So that's stock WBA number 2, and then Pen on here that we're tracking. Well, what else are we tracking? We made good money on Square. Square was a nice trade. The wolf, the mention here is we don't have a trade right now on Square, but we are spying on it. We close our position. You see this. So a big potential for gapping up tomorrow. Really. What contracts are we spying this guy with? Eventually, if we want to get it toward the close. square square the 235. Square the 235 calls in case of a gap tomorrow. They are going for 70 cents. 70, yeah, 70 by 79. Do not get them now. It's way too early. It's way too early. They are bound to be much cheaper on here. Again, we don't. There's plenty of time to the close on here, right? So they will get much cheaper. So just put that in the back of our mind, um, if at all possible. If at all possible, because right now the lowest that they have been today it's 71 cents. Yeah, and they are on the option of the chart. They are at the EMA. What line is that? This is the EMA, a moving average 50 or whatever. Yeah, the moving average 50. But they're tracking down. They may really dip much lower on here. That's my forecast. So I'm not touching the those square calls as of now. And while we are saying that, the first stock that we talk about is continue is relentlessly just doing this. This is what X is doing for us. Yeah. So anytime that it comes to put in a low, so now in terms of information, right? They are filling the gap of from this morning. And then now the low here 25.30, another 25.60, 37. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this has bounced off of this twice now in a matter of over the last 2 hours. 9:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern, that's 12:30 Eastern, and just at 2:30, at 2:15 here, X bounced off of 25.37 again and shoot up. Yeah, because when it bounced like that, it just shoot up. That's welcome to the algo on X. So it's anybody guess where this is going to finish. If you go to the daily chart of X, let me make sure that you guys are seeing the right thing, because if I don't have that control screen. Oops. Okay, this is the candle. This is the daily candle that X is about to put. 4 consecutive days of higher highs. Fantastic. And now first red candle. Have we seen that before? Yeah. We have seen a move like that and then sold off at the end, and then from there a downtrend. We've seen it recently here. So about this component handle here. Let's making this a mess. Let's delete this. Can we delete this? Alright, I can delete this. Okay, we can delete this. All of that. I'm deleting that blue whatever drawing on there so that we can see the kind of purple. Alright. So here it is. It's way out of it's how far out of the upper Bollinger it is. Well, actually, it's no longer out of the upper Bollinger by that much. The stock is currently trading at $26. The upper Bollinger. Let me move the screen such that you can see. The upper Bollinger is 26.05 on the daily chart. So will this stock cool off anytime soon? Because it's hopefully has a lot of strength. I mean, it's stock coming down and then just reversing like this. But as long as keep being rejected, meaning here, if it can stay below the white line, right? The white line is the middle of the upper Bollinger and the lower Bollinger. It acts as a natural resistance. We've always said that, right? Look at it here, how it reacted here. This was 12:45 Eastern, and then at 1 p.m. Eastern is actually came down. They have filled the gap. If they want this thing to rally, they can rally this thing in either direction. That's what makes it a beautiful Friday or Thursday no wahala, meaning that it will be moving tomorrow, or so we hope, right? And we just want to take advantage of whatever direction. The question is where it is going to close as of now. So it's too early to take that direction on here. While we say that's 226.07, so X is continuing to do that. So while X is doing that, let's say we have that's our friend 10. So for those who love bullish trade, this one we are tracking the 110 calls. So it doesn't have room on the 15-minute chart. If we go to the hourly chart, what does it look like? The upper Bollinger on the hourly chart is at 106.51. So So again, it's trading at high of the day. The high of the day on the first candle was 105.54. As long as it stays above it, it's clearly bullish. But again, the scenario that we are scheming for here is for this guy to really, really rally crazy at the end of the session. Wow, in the last 15 minutes. And expiration for it is tomorrow, right? So on those 110, and we can hold it until tomorrow, but there's definitely a decision to be made until that. All right, so at least I gave you what I'm tracking right now. Anybody has any stock that you want to do? Otherwise, I will just give you, I don't know, whatever chart that you want to look at. I mean, oh, we haven't looked at our friend SPY by design. We haven't looked at our friend SPY. So SPY, where is SPY? SPY has been sneakingly just posting higher highs. So lately though, it has been going sideways. I mean, for at least 2 hours, or just dipping slightly. So here's SPY. Here's a 15-minute chart of SPY. You can see it there above the yellow line, the exponential moving average 8. But just dripping ever so slightly lower. So patience. there's nothing to be done here. Oh, okay. So at this stage, right? At this stage, this is perfect. At this stage, SPY is trading at 397.27. Once for all, because at some point, folks, yeah, we need to graduate from from this. Setting up a trade here using the so-called SPY strategy consists strictly of going to say, okay, fine, we are 1 hour and 12 minutes from the end of the regular session. The last 4 candles are not giving us a direction. Yeah, we have closed 2 of them. We have closed below. This one's going to be closing in 11 minutes. So we don't know what's going to be closing. But the look at the stock. It has been going nowhere, right? The trend is slightly bearish. So you can tell me that, yeah, Telex, yeah, that slope there, it's about to be turning. So maybe a small edge to the put side. But I guarantee you there will be another head fake before. So in that case, you can put in your order. So first, let's identify the strikes. So today expiration, being conservative and all, 397. And let me go to the option chain such that I can tell you intelligible things instead of just. I'm trying to grab the option chain. Okay, so I'm going to go to the option chain for SPY to give you an idea. We have talked about this in length, yeah. So I'm on the expiration for March the 31st, meaning today. There is also expiration tomorrow, right? We know that much. So just as an idea here, if we want to take, let's say, 1 point away, so 1 point away thereabouts here will be giving us, let's use a round number, right? 396 put. So the 396 put, and around 10 minutes from the end of the session, are going for, let me make this smaller, let's say 40. Okay, 396 put are going for 25 cents. Yeah. So for 25 cents right now, you can strangle this. So using 396 on the 25 cents is the price of the 396 put, expiring in an hour or something, in an hour and 20 minutes or thereabouts. And then on the upside, the equivalent of that, though it's not equidistant, will be 398 calls. They are 35 cents. Yeah, so meaning you will be spending more on the call side. I wouldn't be a fan of that. So meaning I may then consider the next one, the 399 calls, or better yet, we can take puts expiring today, and then we hedge them with calls expiring tomorrow. So if we do that, the call expiring tomorrow for a similar price below 20-25 cents thereabout, that takes us to 401 calls. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. But now, the more time passes by and nothing happening, meaning we continue to stay in this range, the cheaper the option will get. So meaning that this is one of those, this is the scenario where we identify a chart like this, we are no rush of being patient. Obviously, at any point of time, SPY can just put in a surprise tap of candle. That's the problem, right? If we're trying to be too cute. At any point of time here, SPY can just put in any type of candle. But as of now, from me, the recommendation would be, I don't have that trade yet. The recommendation will be use the puts for today, expiring today, 396, and then use the calls expiring tomorrow with a strike of 401, which is worth only 20 cents. That's fine on that. Nothing has been going. Actually, literally, let's say 396.96 for the last 2 hours. Nothing has been happening here on SPY. All right. X is still above 26, 26.05 for X right now. And then, well, instead of me looking at that, I usually come here because I don't want to be speaking and then somebody is asking questions or things like that. So I recognize the usual suspect. There are 19 concurrent viewers as of now. So all of the other people are shy, or they do not just want to chat in here. Okay, so the chart it's moving the most, Here is here's the chart for Penn National. Penn National, I think a lot of traders would have thought that on March the 22nd, when it was inserted into the S&P, that this stock was supposed to really be doing bullish things. That has been quite the opposite, because it kept posting lower lows that entire week. So now here it is, trying to recover. It will be funny that at the end of the quarter, these guys, they could use a run on here to really get this thing going. On this and the hourly chart that we are looking at, the 15-minute chart looks like this. No room. Is lacking room on the upper Bollinger. Other than that, it will be flying. The high of the day here that it just posted on this candle is 105.98. And we are tracking it with the 110 calls we say. So we can say if I zoom in, we can look to the left and see the area of resistance. There is really not that much of great resistance, to be honest with you, until 110. There's none really, or nothing obvious. If we let me go to the hourly chart. So here on the hourly chart, and let me zoom in. We look to the left. When was the last time this stock was here? Last time this stock was here was March the 5th. March the 5th. We were together on March the 5th. March the 5th. It was a Friday, and on that day the stock closed at 108.20. I can sign up with 108 for 108.20 right now. It goes to 108.20 right now. Those 110 calls, they will appreciate. I will sell them. I will close them. And set up something with a smaller risk for expiration tomorrow. But between now and then, there is a long way. There's a long way to go. There is no telling. I mean, it's posting higher highs above VWAP on even on the hourly time frame, which is like. It's like nice. You can see a nice rally here from the 30th, the low of 97.5, all the way to now. So that's interesting there. So that's definitely need to show us something here. So I guess that's what we are here. X now is falling back below 26. Okay, so here's X. For me, this type of charts like is annoying, extremely annoying. You have a direction and then it's faking that direction is breaking, then coming back again. It's, not hopefully. If let's say for the third time this stock gets to 25, below 25.50, I hope they flush it because this is a lot of wahala for nothing. All right. The second stock that we're looking at is this one. Fresh new, no, it's not low of the day. I wish it was low of the day. Fresh new local low, if you will, because the low of the day is where we started, right? We started at 54.25 after the gap on earnings on this one, and now it's posting 55.31. We are trading the 55 put on WBA, and where are they now? They are worth 32 cents. Okay, okay, that's yo-yoing. Is definitely getting somewhere. So let's see if they were able to get in the money here, they can go to 50 cents and better for sure. And from let's look at it from another time frame, as it's posting 55.24. So this is the time to say, come on. Okay. Woof, woof, woof. I'm saying woof because this candle, I just want this candle to finish red. If this candle finishes red, oh boy, that would be nice. So they will have completed the ball, and then it will be like echoing this one. So potential price, geez, I cannot even dream of that. You can, well, the definitely closing at 54 something will be one good thing for us. The second one will be tomorrow. Can it go to 53.10, which is the EMA 8-year, the yellow line? That will be fantabulous. Then we will really be doing well. So that's that here on the daily time frame. What we can look at is how has the stock fared in the past on earnings. So in the past last earning, it gapped, it puts in that sort of candle, then the next day it's carrying on. So we have a trade here, folks, even until tomorrow. So on here, gave up a little bit. Yeah. Just hit 55 and a half. Yeah, just hit 55 and a half, folks. We want that. Oh boy. While we were away, I just saw something, a stock that's our good friend Neo. Neo loved us when we were alive, because last time let's take a look at Neo, Uncle Neo. Uncle Neo stock, it's I think it's just, I just saw it put in behind Neo Inc. Neo at 39. It struggled mightily. So Neo gap. This candle, this first red candle, the 630 Pacific, that's a gap up, right? So from 37.54, but it was a sell. They sold it from the get-go. Trying to recover, it's sold off again. Now, it just recaptured literally a couple of hours ago. It's recaptured above EWAP, trying posting high, came, tested the support at the EMA, 8, the yellow line, and then it's really, it's like it's busy. It wants to go some places. So is there some type of news, some sort of news that this thing it's moving on? Because when news like that, watch out. We have seen this before, 39.07. So we're still holding. We didn't do anything with our long-term 50 call position on NEO, so we're still holding them. So if they want to appreciate, to provide value on now. All right, 1 hour. Oh, an hour is 15 minutes before the closing on here. Let's see, is there any news on NEO? I'm looking at my recent pullbacks. Well, nope, I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything yet. All right. So let's see here. Volume analysis on 8. The majority of the share were traded this so far at 38 and 38.00 and 38.39 in that vicinity, and it was even. There were an equal number of buyers and sellers as the stock is going much higher now at 39.10. When a stock is posting doing something either on the bullish side or on the bearish side, here is in the case of bullish side, right? posting new high of the day this late into the session, that's definitely worth a mention, right? Because that's saying that, okay, traders have looked at this and they like what they like what they are seeing. So that 39 level, Neo, it's a nice candidate. No matter how it closes here, I mean, it has a full hour to close. No matter how it closes here, it's definitely worth setting up an overnight trade for tomorrow, because it's moving and it's giving us that direction there. That's it's bullish. So as you see here, there is no room left on Neo on the upper Bollinger, the upper, not that it cannot, because when the price start going up, right, the upper Bollinger mathematically they will be rising up as well. So Neo's trying on the 15-minute chart. The upper Bollinger is exactly at 39.12. Neo is trading exactly at 39.12. So it was a little bit of a disappointment earlier, but Neo is trying to make up for it right now, right there. So let's see, Neo is another stock that's definitely worth us tracking on here. While we do Neo on the upside, our friend, our best bet right now into cashing ching ching is WBA, because on the 15-minute chart, the yellow line EMA 8, it's about to cross below the green line EMA 20, meaning that, and the slope of that EMA 8, it's accelerating. Yeah. So this is let's see what that brings over the next hour or so. This is a good trading scenario to be on. I'm not saying that the trade automatically is going to work out, but all the conditions are met, bearing any type of sideways action on here. It's the 55 puts there are 15 cents, 12 cents from the money. So let's see what's come out. All right, Neo is running up a lot. Okay, we just looked at that. Yeah, 39.06. I mean, I don't know about running up a lot. Well, yeah, I mean, it was 38 something in the morning. It's just putting a brand new high, or a brand new high of the day. But definitely the momentum is bullish on it. Your voice goes in and out, guys. There is very little that I can do about it. My voice goes in and out. I accepted that, and it has to do with the software that we are using. So my apologies. I don't. Maybe it's the tone of my voice. I don't know what's actually. I need to maybe re-listen to some of these videos, because I don't know if it's the pitch of my voice, or it is the fact it's the live streaming itself that's cutting off. I don't know. I'm going to research that. So and my mic, the mic, I'm not using like the mic. You can see the mic is literally on my mouth, right? And I have it. Do I have it maxed out? Actually, let's do this. You guys tell me, instead of using these earpieces, let me just speak directly into the computer. So you guys let me know right now if you notice any type of difference from the software on here. The volume, it's the stream is capturing the volume normally. So you guys please go ahead and let me know now that I'm not using the earpiece. Okay, the sound suddenly goes so low and then comes up suddenly. I mean, okay. How about now? The sound's going to be whatever that the pitch of my voice is, right? So meaning, if I'm not speaking loud all the time, the volume is not going to be that. So I'm not speaking loud all the time, because we are doing a live streaming on here, and I need to breathe. So not sure exactly, guys, what's I can control on here for that. For now, I'm gonna sip some water. So meaning you're not gonna hear some sound. Don't go saying that the sound has gone away. Okay. Well, right now it's fine. Let's hope you say so because on my end I'm not seeing any difference in terms of its ability to pick up my voice on that the live streaming software. Okay. A trader say that it is actually better now. Okay. We well so about that as we are spending time on technological difficulties. The important things rather should be us focusing on the charts. And we are looking at the chart of this stock, for instance. This is WBA, that's Walgreens. It had earning this morning and it gaps up. So it was a good opportunity to set up a GangstA trade. For us, it wasn't like a GangstA trade because didn't get a great entry on it or anything really. I started this late, so 56 calls went in the money. We cashed on them, and then the 55 puts they became alive, and we added some, and we are just uh, urging this stock to be posting lower lows and crossing our fingers that that EMA 8 green line will be crossing below the EMA 20, and in that way we could see an acceleration of selling and price coming further down such that we can make a nice bank on the 55 puts of WBA expiring tomorrow, April 1st. That's the one good mover that since we have been together here at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, we are getting. So the pattern on here, it came to this level earlier, right? It came to 55.50, then it did whatever that fake was, and now it's all the way to 55.06. So who's courageous enough to tell me the closing price for WBA? I'm asking for a friend, yeah? A friend of mine has those 55 puts. So who's courageous enough to give us the closing price? We want, or not even the closing price, we want the low over the next 52 minutes. The market will be closing in 52 minutes. It's currently 12:08 Pacific time in Southern California, which means is it 3:09 p.m. in New York and in Toronto. What's the time in London? Actually, I can just use my app to say that. What's my world clock? My world clock tells me that we can do this. It's 3:09 a.m. in Manila. That's tomorrow. 10:09 p.m. in Riyadh. 3:09 a.m. in Singapore. 4:09 p.m. in Buenos Aires, and it's currently approaching 8:10 p.m. in London. All right. Are we there yet? Is WBA there yet? 55 is what we're 5503, 5505, thereabout. It's really teasing us now. In the meantime, I can tell you that X is still playing whatever games that they're playing. X is at 26. Yeah. Another stock that was a little bit disappointing. That's I'm not gonna move from my screen here because I have a trade on it. It's BA. BA is recovering a little bit, approaching 256 right now. And we can take a look at pen on here. I mean, is at the same level. This is the hourly chart. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute chart. It's just hovering there at 105.07, 105.6.7 or anything. We are tracking the 110 calls, and our best is to rally mightily. And as we say that, I think it's in the money, isn't it? WBA, the 55 puts, they are currently trading at 50 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. They are trading at 54.92. So 54.92. What say you? We can wait for, let's say, to see if it really confirms a much lower value. Actually, let's just be calm on here, because typically in this scenario, maybe willing to rush into closing a trade. I could take partial profit as of now. Let's say what's this? It is up. It's not up 100%. It's up 78%. It's telling me from my entry. So just leave it time, give it time. We have 15 minutes thereabout for it to really confirm. Ideally, we want this downtrend just to continue accelerating, and for it to post, hey, if it can come and try to close the gap all the way, the gap this morning from yesterday before they declared the earnings was at from 53.15 to a gap of 54. So 54 area will be nice, will be really, really nice. All right, so that's on the WB8 cooking for us. This is X, not cooking for us at all, just doing whatever sideways. We are not big fans. Here's Pen. Where's Spy? Spy. Spy is going sideways. 397.32. Nothing has changed. So Spy typically at 320, meaning that between now and the next 10 minutes of Spy, they like to fake the opposite direction of where they want to go. So maybe that was that exactly on the candle that we are looking right now at 3 p.m. Eastern, right? So notice it tried high as well, but all of the closing so far, all of the last 5 candles on SPY, they have been below VWAP. No, below the EMA, the EMA yellow line. But doesn't mean anything because the algo, trust me, they have a program that they need to execute into the closing. They just go execute that program. If that program is a sell program, they're going to sell assets. If that program is a buying asset, it can just swing opposite of this. We saw this last Friday where about this time they went down and then all of a sudden they just swung violently on the opposite directions and then they start just ramping up and up and up and up. So while we say that right now, Pen it's posting 106. This is it, 106, or flirting with 106 if you will. So we are looking for 110. Not today, or necessarily. It could do it tomorrow. I mean, nothing. But it would be nice if it gives us some hope. We looked at this chart, right? We said there wasn't really any resistance on here, and a price of 108 could be possible on here toward the close. But we still have over 45 minutes to go. How did you play BA overnight swing? It was yesterday, and it didn't. Well, it was a difficult trade. So it was the 260 calls. BA overnight trade yesterday was the 260 calls, and what's the puts? I need to go. And yeah, you see, while I was speaking with you guys. You see, that's the problem trading live while trying to teach as well. I cannot keep my eye on everything. So Western Digital WBA dipped and then went back up to 55.10. Oh wow! Yeah, you guys are costing me money, folks. That's not good. So BA, we were using the 260 call. I know that much. They opened high. They went to really briefly. They went like to $2 and then they retreated. And we were using the 215. Was it the 215 puts? Yeah, that. So, but overall didn't pan out. This again, I said it yesterday to somebody. Look at the daily chart of BA. That trade just required. That's how BA trades. Is very. It sees you. And then can make you just go away, and when you are not looking, you take your attention off it. BA will just do what they do best. So in any case, that was that on the. I'm not going to be investing into BA going into tomorrow expiration. Why? Because I have Microsoft up on 22 billion US Army contract. Oh, okay, that's what's Miss Marcy was saying. So I got distracted about that. So let's take a look at Microsoft on here. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So Microsoft, let's see, Microsoft. Here it is. Woof. Woof. Look at this. All right, folks. That's how they do it. Yeah. That's how they do it. So congratulations if you're, yeah, Mr. Mr. Beautiful Gates. I believe that's his favorite stock. Yeah, and people have favorite stock. So across the board, let's see. Am I reading it properly? So expiring April 1st, the stock is trading at 238. Like the 240 calls, oh yeah, now they are trading at 90 cents, up 800% on just gaining on just one candle. As I was blah blah blahing, it was bearish. You see, this is what you're talking about. You will see this. Look at the inflection points of that exponential moving average 20 yellow line. Just it was bearish. Imagine somebody who, if let's say you were banking on, let's say the 234 puts, thinking like me with WBA. All right, 234. Oh, but actually it's not that. It's only 4 points. Well, 4 points. Okay, geez. Okay. Yeah. In this type of scenario, folks, when a stock does this, I'm not saying that it works all of the time, but definitely taking puts on here will not be a bad idea because the move, it was violent enough that the puts all of a sudden they became super cheap. Opposite of those calls that appreciate it, and so the stock has a tendency to overrun or to come back and test. Let's see on here. Let's see on here. I do not have any position on Microsoft. Sorry about Miss Marcy because you just said Microsoft on there. If you were to, well, I was distracted already to be honest. So this is the chart of Microsoft at this time after this pop up on that news. And my working trades is reversing as well. So we hit below 55 and now it's trading at 55.17 cents. So it bounced off. X is trading as 26.10. So yeah, so much for that. And then it's still stuck at 105.92 while we are watching Microsoft. So here it looks as if that pop on the news there. Are they going to sell it off? Because then in that case, this big candle is going to be, green candle is going to be followed by an equivalent red candle. Those things tends to go hand in hand. Wow. Let's see. Is there anybody, any other news that somebody has? How did you play BA? I answer that. It is still seizing. Okay, well, my friend, that means that at least we have able to isolate that the issue is not with this mic, right? It's just the stream. It's just the stream, meaning my internet connection didn't change. My internet connection is well, I don't know. My internet connection could be worse than that, but in terms of technical of this software, the bit rate of the stream, I do not have an info on that to check that hey it is worse or it is better than before. So let's see, what else can we do here? What else can we do? I'm afraid that if I try to troubleshoot this, we may just lose everything. Again, if it's cutting, I mean, I don't know about cutting off. I will definitely watch this broadcast to see, to get an idea about it. The sound going in and out by itself, it could be times where I'm not speaking. So, all right, let's carry on. So Microsoft, it's so it popped, and now the algos they're going to do what they do best, right? they're going to do what they do best, trying to fake out traders. So either scare people and then tomorrow big gap up. So in this type of scenario, yeah, I mean, let's say on the 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, the whole gain was on 5 minutes. So meaning, yeah, but in 5 minutes you have time maybe to see it and then take the trade. It's a 4-point move. I mean, the only thing is that since expiration is tomorrow, that's really amplifies the move, right? So that's what that's going on there. So, but now it's coming back. Support on here, the first support that is easy to test will be the yellow line EMA 8 at 260, let's say 260, 237. That's why you see a news like that come, folks. I mean, people on the news coming, why will it be retreating after that 5 minutes? Also meaning that some algorithm decided that it has gone too far on just a short amount of time, because the news didn't change, right? Them being awarded that contract, that is true. That is still true. So did that change the fundamental of the company? If so, why now retreat? Okay, from a technical point of view, one could say that the EMA here, not the EMA, the upper Bollinger Band was at 237.51. The stock traded at 239. We have seen worse than that. We have seen that first. This is strictly, yeah. So trading news can have its up and down. So hence patience into this type of thing. Microsoft is retreating on here. So if you didn't get a chance to sell those calls, to close those calls, you may be facing a little bit of wahala into the close on here. Just like I'm facing my wahala with WBA. Right now trading above 55 again at 55, 20 thereabouts. X is definitely going the other direction again. Here it is, now testing VWAP. This stock is crazy, man. this stock is crazy. Just trying to follow the move of this stock. I mean, you could end up with a headache at the end of the day. So hopefully, yeah. And yeah. So sometimes really just you strangle this thing and just walk away and walk away. Eventually, it may alert you if, let's say, there are some gains. So there's no telling what X is going to do here with about 35 minutes to go to the close. And while we say that, let's see, I'm not, where's SPY? Where's SPY? All right, here's SPY. Here's SPY. Okay, so now let's take a look here, because now we are past that 320 that I've been talking about, right? That candle happened to be this candle. So the high was 397.75. Yeah? 397.75. This stock has been at that range for the last 1 hour, 2 hours, and 30 minutes. So without knowing what's going to be happening in the last 30 minutes or 45 minutes plus the 15 that we have, right? We could be looking at this that, hey, look, the yellow line is resistance. This stock has been rejected at that level, pretty much, right? So then if this stock goes down, if SPY goes down here to close, that's how we will be reading. As of now, we don't know. But from a technical point of view on here, we could say that, hey, from 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, all of the close are below the EMA 8. The stock has failed to gain price higher. So will it be flush now? Or the computer here at the end with the rebalancing that I told you about, meaning this is the end of the quarter. The indexes, they need to buy assets, they need to sell some assets. That's going to create some madness going into the next 35 minutes plus on here. 397.42 it is as of now, but you ask me on here, there's no telling, folks. This is what really how SPY goes about it. There is no telling which direction this stock will be closing at. Welcome, Mr. Donny. Hello, Mr. Donny. Welcome, Mr. Donny. So how's Microsoft faring? Okay, slowly dripping down. So again, we said here very early here at the beginning of this candle that since it was outside of the upper Bollinger, when something spiked like that, taking the put side, it's usually not a bad idea. So you have been making money on here by taking puts on here. It has given, let's say, uh, about 2 points there about so far. This is a nice trend of lower lows, right? So support again, it's at this yellow line 237. Most likely the first time around is going to bounce off it. If it just goes straight below it, then the next support line is 236.35. That's how you read a chart from a technical point of view. For our traders, here you go. First green candle. Maybe now the algos have found that it has gone down enough in the level that which not acceptable. Our, our, um, our successful trade alerts will be coming out tomorrow regularly at the regular time, right? So even though it's the last day, instead of adjusting them to today. So far, in terms of, I mean, I can go ahead and pretty much give them because this X here is annoying as heck. So let's go ahead and put in the Friday no wahalas. Let's say Thursday no wahala, special Thursday no wahala. Tomorrow's April Fool's Day, folks. Many of us will be, the market may want to make a fool of us tomorrow. All right, so we know this much. X, April the 1st. So currently the price of X as I'm speaking to you is $26.25. Yeah? So 27 calls plus, it's really up to you. You can decide whatever strike price that you want here. If you want to keep it tight, 26 puts. Yeah. The next one. Currently, FCX is at $33. That's fantastic. So we are going to take the 34 calls plus 32 puts. So $1 in each direction. They should be cheap enough. Okay, and I'm really debating on the third one. So let's yeah, we'll have a third one, but I mean, and see, let me think about the third one. It's not a case of right or wrong, but I want to be able to. I like Square a lot. I like Square a lot for tomorrow. They're a little bit expensive, but if Square gaps, then the 235 they're too expensive for sure. The 235 call. So we could be. Let me go to Square to find something cheap, but still with a good probability for us. Okay. The 240 calls tomorrow for Square. 31 cents by 35 cents. The bid is at 31 cents. They paid 1,000% today, meaning yesterday those contracts they were going for 3 cents. Okay, so maybe we want to apply that tomorrow. I don't know. In that case, we have to go all the way to below, what below, above, in the vicinity of 250 calls because the stock gained 7%, right? So well, I'm just being patient on here before I get those because the trend of this thing is still tracking. So the third Thursday no Wahala is going to be square. It's just a matter of when we get them. If I perish, I perish. So 240, 240 call, and on the downside, we are going to go with 215, 215 puts. So square, 215 puts and 240 calls. While I'm saying that, SPY still has not given us any direction whatsoever. So let me write then the third one. Number 3, square, equal first, 240 calls plus 215 puts. Okay. All right. Okay. X is now trading at 26.30. No kidding. I mean, that's the one we are watching, and is crossing above the what? Or trying to punch above the what? We haven't taken a look at our friend Neo. 39, 39.19 has been a strong resistance for Neo so far here. From a daily chart perspective, the interesting part here for Neo backers is that 2 consecutive green candle, if it closes like this, above the exponential moving average 8 on the daily chart. That is nice. That is bullish. That is, I mean, the other day, was it the first time that we took those 50 calls expiring in April? We did say, oh, it closed above 36, now 39 on here. That's really, really good for Neo. You have seen that after March the 5th, we're posting a low of 31.91. It went into a multi-days rally, 4 days. That took it just below the EMA 20. The EMA 20 this time around is the green line for us. It's at 41.39. I wouldn't get past that. I wouldn't get that past Neo even for tomorrow. I kid you not. And in which case, if that's the case, let's say if we can close above, let's say 42 thereabout, next week is prime time for it to really, really start challenging. It has plenty of room to go all the way to the upper Bollinger, which are currently at 47.39, but 48 and thereabout, and they will be changing the slope of that here. So that's the update on Neo. For our Microsoft backers, it seems like they want to give back the algos. They are hard on giving back all of that $4 that they gave people earlier, or $5 that they gave people earlier. Trying to bounce off of the EMA 8 though. So Miss Marcy was saying that she has, how did you put it? Miss Marcy, do you have puts or do you have calls on Microsoft? Welcome, Mr. Moses. And for those arriving now, I think I just posted inside of our inside of our Friday No Wahala Discord room the trade for tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is the expiration day because there is no trading on Friday in observance of Good Friday. Which means that well, that was for a different reason. Yeah, which means that the usual Friday is actually tomorrow, Thursday. Today we are looking at the closing on here. We are about 24 minutes from the regular market. Puts need a shower. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Marcy. Yes, so trade. There's certain traders they feel dirty when they trade puts, right? So yes, I have been taking showers. I always take 3 showers a day. I mean, trust me. But now I know why, because I feel dirty with all of the puts that I'm trading. That I'm trading. Speaking of put that I'm trading, well, I don't feel that dirty on this one. I'm not making that much, right? This is WBA here. We have the 55 puts. Well, I mean, they're making money. They were up to, let's say, 80%. Yeah, about 80% when it posted a low here of 54.91. And then, I mean, we didn't close them. We didn't close them. It's still below the EMA. That EMA has crossed below. The EMA 8 yellow line has crossed below the EMA 20. So let's see, 27 cents. We have 23 minutes to go. We'll have a decision to make. I mean, if it doesn't come back into the money, we will take partial profit and leave half of the position left for tomorrow. But let's see. This is a long way here. I mean, 20 minutes is a long time. 20 minutes is a long time. I mean, it took Microsoft 5 minutes. You see, it took Microsoft 5 minutes to put together this $5 gain. Yeah. Now he's taking it what? He's taking it 20. He's taking his 20 plus 15. That's 35 minutes just to go halfway through. Welcome to the algorithm world, right? So, and we had our eyes on pen. Now it's retreating, folks. It's going the other way. Yeah, this was definitely a challenging session today. I mean, there was some good game to start the day, like on Jumia. BA was frustrating a little bit, to be honest. What else in here? Square was the biggest clean trade. It was very nice. Hence, we have upgraded Square to a Friday Wahala. The one Friday Wahala that seemed obvious for tomorrow is definitely X, right? So X has been moving like crazy. So hopefully it doesn't rest tomorrow while we strangle it. We have a strangle on it. Also FCX. FCX, the pattern on FCX has been literally for the last few weeks. It doesn't do any type of move at all, and then on the expiration day, boom. So right now FCX is trading at 33. This stock is capable of putting in like $2 gain. I kid you not. So meaning the 35 tomorrow will not be out of the question. So definitely we will have our eyes on it as we're having our eyes on WBA. Come on, WBA. Come on. The lower, so maybe they're finding room for the lower Bollinger. That's a 54.88. Anything 54 something will definitely be big fan for WBA on here, because I'm going to take a shower afterwards. So I'm going to, that dirt, I'm going to wash it off. Yeah? I'm going to wash it off. So when we say that, oh no, this is what happening. This is what happening. Look at this. Look at this. This is fine. I cannot figure, right? I don't need, there's certain stuff that I just need to look at. Then it tells me what's going on. This is what's happening, folks. So SPY is breaking on down, is breaking on the put side. Hopefully you set up your strangle and you are able here. But again, we know with SPY we have a long way to go, right? A lot of things are selling off here as of now, but except the one that we actually want to be selling off. So X need to come down. We want X to come down. We want WBA to come down. And SPY, obviously. So SPY, the 396 puts, I mean, they haven't done anything. The 396 puts, they are trading at 25 cents. That's nothing. That's nothing. This thing still has, and again, they can do this. They can do this and then swing it the opposite direction. The trend right now is bearish. It's exactly at the yeah, the EMA 20, that's the green line, and also below that green line, we have the VWAP. So it needs to close below that. The VWAP, it's exactly at 397, and that's where it's hovering as of now. So let's see what happens here in the into the closing 20 minutes for SPY. Will they really bring it down, or this is a head fake? So now remember, we talked in detail about what type of analysis we could be making later on, but at the time we didn't have this candle, right? But we said that, hey, those 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, should SPY go down, they will be making sense, right? To explain that, oh, that was resistance, and the price, all of the closing were below that yellow line EMA. So it was just normal for the price to be coming down into the closing session on here. So if you are new to trading SPY, with 18 minutes left, this is an eternity. Yeah, this is an eternity. If they want to really make it move on here, folks, you have seen the big candles that we have shared in the last 15 minutes. We are inside. No, we're not quite in the last 15 minutes yet. That will start in 3 minutes time when this current candle finishes. So 396 is still definitely a play on here, right? So because even those the algos know that the SPY 396 put, they are worth only 26 cents. WBA, if there are any backers of WBA, it's approaching 55 again, 55.07. Come on, WBA. And Microsoft is breaking below the EMA 8, the yellow line there, which is at 237 thereabout. So Microsoft coming down, it's one of the big holdings inside of SPY, right? So the bearishness of Microsoft will also translate into, it's not the only one. You have Apple and you have all of the other constituents of that ETF, obviously. So we know that much. So here we are right now on SPY 396.79. And at this stage, really, there's nothing that we can do. Well, the only thing that we can do on here, if you're fast into it, is to add right into your position, meaning if you have cash left, into adding more contract on here as SPY is menacing to just dump here at the close. So right now the SPY 396 put there worth 31 cents. But actually, let's maybe go to the chart of that. And the other ETFs, we should not ignore them. Let me toggle to that screen on here on my phone. QQQ, both QQQ and IWM, they also have expiration, right? Today, they have expiration in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes plus the extra 15 minutes, they will expire. Those options will expire as well. So right now, SPY 396.70. When it goes, folks, it's usually we are in the last 15 minutes with SPY. We are looking at the downtrend on here. Now it closed clearly below the VWAP. That's the orange line on here for us. So will it come with another second candle, big second candle of red? These are what we have seen in the past on here. So we talked about adding into your position. If at this stage that's all you can do really, or if you were able to get cheap contracts, the 396 they are worth 35 cents now. I mean, when we start talking, they were 25 cents thereabouts. So now 396.57. So let's see on here what's they are to do. 15 minutes left to the closing of the session for March the 31st. This is the closing of the quarter. You are watching a live broadcast of successful trading on here, where we are bidding farewell to the first quarter of 2021. So SPY is coming down, but if I look at the other ETFs here on my secondary screen, I don't see that much move on, let's say QQQ is trading at 319.70, plus 1.70% for the day. Is not, I mean, SPY is still green. SPY is plus 0.5. Right now, the algos are just trying to figure out which way they are going to do, how they are going to mess us up here, because that's what they do best. So patience, and when they decide to go, it's going to be it's going to be crazy. So 396.74, 73 has been doing that for 3 minutes now. So we just hanging tight. We are being taken for a ride. Okay, Mr. Don is holding the 392 put April 5th. That's what we said, that okay, either you use today expiration or some other expiration, or you hedge with something that's expire on a different day. So yeah, in these type of moves, you just relax and see what the trade brings. Again, it's never too late for SPY. This is as late as they usually leave it, right? So 13 minutes to the close, it can lose 1-2 points in even 10 minutes or in even 5 minutes. We have seen it all go the other way, because this is not the trend. Let me go back to the chart. Microsoft just bounced off of the EMA 20, if somebody is interested. Neo's holding at 39. X it's 26.29. X is being X. The one that's selling off is really disappointment on Penn National, right? And SPY on here is trying to find its way to see, is it going to flush or is it going to rebound and go the opposite direction? The slope of the yellow line, EMA 8, it's coming closer and closer. But now, I mean, maybe we go to the 5 minutes in this case, so that you have a. Okay, this is what the 5 minutes look like on SPY. So even on the 5 minutes, you're definitely below VWAP. The hesitation on here is that we are outside of the lower Bollinger, so meaning that some algos that are buying this thing because it's the so-called oversold. So outside of the lower Bollinger, that's what usually trigger those green candle. Then you see a stock then having to go back and retest. So the move on here, again, I'm not seeing any type of move on QQQ. Typically, they will move in tandem. So there's definitely some buying going on here as we approach 11 minutes to the closing of the session. So a SPY on here, we just need a series, or we need, put traders. For us, we set up a trade for both directions. This seems like the direction that's winning, but it's barely doing that really, right? So put traders here, they need to continue to see lower lows with red candles on the 5 minutes on here. Here's one that just came in at the beginning of this, and then more importantly, the crossover of the yellow line EMA 8 below the orange line, which is our VWAP. It's reconforting. It's bring hope. And as I said, that the computers are just price change just like crazy. So 10 minutes in, 10 minutes to the close. What will happen on here? This is as live as it gets, folks. To witnessing a closing of the market on an expiration day. Today is Wednesday, March the 31st. And here we go. You see, folks, this is what I'm talking about. You see, we thought that, the 396, that was the direction to go. But these guys, they can change it at any point of time. Now we are back above VWAP on the 5 minutes and trying to post a rally here, 397.08. The other indexes were maybe the reason. If we rally here, the other indexes were the reason, because they were not selling off like SPY. They didn't dip like SPY. Both QQQ and IWM, they were holding steady. All right. All right. X is trading at 25, at 26.38, 25. We wish, we wish. Pen is recovering a little bit. Obviously, I don't know if how much it mirrors. Um, it mirrors SPY, and SPY now it's turning the other way. So if you set this thing off with calls, well, puts and calls, so now we are cheering for this. This is this is the Wahala. This is definitely Wahala time for for SPY here at the close. Yeah, it can be hectic. It can definitely be hectic. In the meantime, Neo, it's but I don't know. I have to stick here. I guess I don't know where most people. The chart of SPY is the one of interest to you. Tick is at minus 290. Okay. So what's the chart of SPY? Here it is, SPY 397. And of course, they have the algo. They have the control of just missing both put holders and call holders by just staying where it is right now, right? Because that's why we say that typically if we want to really be we want to be conservative by just take, remember how when it was at 397 and a half, we just said, okay, we use the closest 1 point in either direction in terms of the strike price, because then we can avoid some of this Wahala now. 396.89 again. So which way is it going to finish? 7 minutes to go. It's plenty of time. It's plenty of time. So here, if this candle were to finish, this candle finishes in 2 minutes, right? We can read it as this big candle on here. Let me zoom in. We got rejected. SPY got rejected at both the EMA, all EMAs actually. The one, the closest resistance there is the VWAP, the orange line, and then the EMA 8, the yellow line, and then the EMA 20, the green line. It trying to pierce through, to traverse all of those lines, but it couldn't. And now, what's with 56 seconds left on this candle before 5 minutes, what will happen? It's just dancing 397, 396.9. What's to follow? Now, for the first time, I'm seeing movement on QQQ a little bit as well, just a slight, ever so slightly. So, final 5 minutes coming up of the last quarter of the year of 2021. SPY is currently trading at around 397. Anybody guess where we shall close the quarter? For the day, it's up 0.5%. QQQ is up 1.61% for the day. IWM is up 1.68%. IWM and QQQ, they are virtually identical in terms of the gain for the day. SPY now 396.69. This is the first time for a while. So now the algorithm may have decided that it was go time. Our WBA put just turned into the money again. 54.97. Okay. And while SPY is posting 396.39. Look at the speed at which this thing is trading now, folks. Hopefully you're getting something out of this here. They're worth 36 cents, so 396.40. And for SPY, if you are trading the 396 put, you have until you have an extra 15 minutes, meaning you have 5 minutes right now into the regular session as it's posting lower lows, and you still have an extra 15 minutes for you to close your position. So in all, there's actually 20 minutes left here on SPY as it's printing 396.37. You just briefly print it 396.25, and then it's bouncing again. I mean, SPY, this thing is just nasty really to trade. Oh, what's not nasty to trade? The 55 puts on WBA at 54.93 or whatever. It seems to be correlated to SPY a lot. This 396 X is at 26.2 or whatever. So SPY to really be in the money, the 396, are they going to let it go in the last 5 minutes with just confirm this direction? There is definitely a big selling pressure, right? So are they going to confirm this direction? I'm going to set up to close 50% of my WBA puts for 50 cents, and they literally, I barely hit the button and they took them. So congratulations to us on that WBA trade. We made money on WBA in both directions. 396.57 on SPY with 3 minutes on the clock. Wow. Yep. For us, we could not sustain the Wahala on paying national, and we're going to close this position with a loss. Let's see here. The mid price, these guys, they're paying hard to, so we want to close this at worst. SPY 2 minutes ago. Well, 2 minutes to go to the regular clock. All right, so we close our, we love 12 cents per contract on pen. We close those 110. It's okay. If it has movement tomorrow, we will trade that instead of risking it overnight and then coming up tomorrow with some crazy things on here. Okay, so not sure on SPY what's going to happen, but let's see on here. So for us, the one that we want to take a look at here toward the end is definitely Square, to set up our trade for tomorrow. So Square, we say the 240. The 240, they are cheap, super cheap even. So we can buy this guy here for us. So what's SPY doing? Your SPY is doing its thing. I mean, after hours, most likely they will drop it to 395 something. That's what they do. So Square, okay, we set up one side of the trade with 1 minute to go. The 215 on Square, the 215 on Square, they're going for 27 cents. So we will take them and thank the good Lord. Okay. So this is an example of a trade that's not doing what it's supposed to be doing on SPY. So we have 15 minutes left, so folks, right? So which way is it going to go in the extra time? Because right now we have 32 seconds before the official close of the market. 32 seconds. 396.34, and the 396 puts on SPY, they are worth 30 cents thereabouts, and I'm still holding them because of theta decay. If they don't get in the money, they're really gonna lose value, a lot of value. But we could also see them just steamroll. Ow. Are we done? Is it 1 p.m. yet? It is 1 p.m. and now you can see going into the extra the extra 15 minutes for SPY. It's still going to continue to move. So for that, I can actually go and put in let's see, settings, and I can put in after hours. Extended hours. Okay, folks, this is what happens. It was not meant to be for us on here today, but at least it doesn't look like it, right? So I mean, the 396 never gotten in the money. If you were fast, maybe you would have traded them for 35, yeah, 35 cents there, if I recall. So right now, they are just playing hockey. So there is usually, for me, in this case, if they are not moving on here, because if really a move was to come, they will just carry on the momentum of the regular session on here. So let's see, are they just, now they are worth just 16 cents. They're 96.42. Are they going to flush this thing on here, or are they just playing games? You give it a couple of minutes and you decide for yourself. For me, for now, I think I've seen enough. 396.52. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun taking a look at it, but they just didn't do it. Or did they? 48, 51, 46, 47. Hopefully you can see on here on the background. Let's see any equation on here. They held a SPY to close, then drop it. Did you buy square calls? Yes, I bought square calls and puts. We gave you the trade inside much earlier, right? We bought the Friday Wahala, no Wahala Raiders asking for 240 calls and 215 puts. So we got both. All right, so let's see. Are they going to do it here just to kiss 396, just for really to make us happy? This is after hours trading, folks, right? Remember how we made that video to say that, hey, it's possible to trade after hours? So hopefully some of you are able to see that live, that you can still trade both QQQ, SPY, and IWM at this stage. Actually, as I'm still looking at my 396 puts on here, hoping for some type of flush or anything, I'm going to, let's say, so I'm just going to put some pennies into some calls for SPY tomorrow as well. Just okay, 396.26. Okay, come on, Algo. Can you do it? Can you do it? Do you want to do it? So we have been 3 minutes into the extra hours, right? So, and that candle that you see there in with the gray background is this one. So it went all the way to almost 396.80, and now it is trading with at 396.24, trying to put it a low. The 396 puts right now for SPY expiring in exactly 11 minutes. They are worth 21 cents. Would you have behaved? Do you think that they can put them in the money? And my broker hasn't hinged because they're out of the money for now, so they haven't closed them for me. So bid 21 cents, ask 22 cents. How fast do you think? Typically, if they dip them, I think literally we have 1 minute here before we are 10 minutes left. They could dip them to 395.9 and then violently go the opposite direction. So meaning here for me, I'm gonna put another in to close them right now at maybe like 30 cents and just wait for it to automatically go in there, or they can just drop it further bit. This is good, folks. At least if we didn't make money on SPY on here, but you're gaining knowledge into how to trade after hours on here, as the 396 puts we were holding are still trading. So yeah, this is an inside bar. We'll have like for this candle to post a lower low. So 396.25. Those 396 call there now, they are worth 25 cents bid, 26 cents ask, and the stock is trading at 396.13, 16. It's killing it us. Hopefully you guys are seeing the chart. Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? The slope of the yellow line, even here in the extra 15 minutes, it's looking down. So the computers are really just toying with people here at this stage. And knowing me, the moment I sell it, that's where you're going to see this thing worth like 50 cents in another 5 minutes. We have 10 minutes left into the session on here. The 396 puts are currently trading for 26 cents bid, 27 cents ask, when the stock is at 396.07, 396.10. The computer is looking at me, I'm looking at it. 396.11. So come on, SPY. Come on, how late can this be? Now, when it gets this late, right, we have 9 minutes into the closing. Is not to advantage because theta decay is taking over. So for me, really here, I'm going to close them at, put in my order for 25 cents, and what's going to happen on here? They didn't get it filled, so 21 cents. Theta is it's playing against us. So I put them in, and I close them for 21 cents. Well, what are you going to do? All right, all right, all right, all right. Wow, that's, I mean, just for the price of excitement or something. Mr. Telex, thank you so much for your time, for nothing. So at least for the excitement on here on Spy, but this is how it's done. So obviously they're holding this because I have I'm yet to do. No, we March the 5th, yeah, Spy was moving, but I'm yet to really do when we schedule something like this. Spy usually does, but we're prepared. We have it on both directions. It's just that the direction that's for that's went through didn't go all the way for us. Hey, those things happen. So there's always tomorrow, my friend. There's always tomorrow. So thank you, everybody. And you can actually set up. You can set up a trade here, right? You still have um, 8 minutes to the close. So here's the daily chart of Spy. Yeah, what's cheap here for Spy on here? I mean, it starts. It's April Fool's tomorrow, right? So this thing could start anywhere tomorrow. So let's go ahead and say that Spy for tomorrow. Let's give them some pennies, yeah. So for April 1st, we're going to say we want the 401 calls. Can we get them? Yes. They are going for 11 cents. We want them. Let's see if we can get that fee. The 401 calls expiring April 1st on April Fool's Day, we want them. Despite just flash 395 something, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. It's showing 395.26, and I haven't got any field yet. The bid is 11 cents. The ask is 12 cents. If they play hard to get here, I got to feel. I will just go to the super cheap one, 402. They're going for 5 cents bid and 6 cents ask. Or if not Spy, I can just move on to maybe QQQ. My order is still standing. And Spy is not moving much. 396.28, 396.27, 396.24. In after hours, though, the spread is still nice, meaning the difference between the bid and the ask. They flashed 395 something, folks. It wasn't just me. They flashed 395 for 394.45. What's going on? Someone is playing. At least my broker. They flashed 394 something, but I didn't get a feel on my 401 call. The 401 call expiring April 1st that I wanted to get. A computer knows something and they're just playing games. Yeah, what's new? What's new? Okay, am I going to get a feel? 396.16. It will be I don't want to increase my my limits, so I put that limit at 11 cents. The bid is at 11. The ask is at 12 cents. And Spy came down a little bit. Let's say it came down 20 cents thereabouts. Again, another flash of 395 something. That's not unusual. You can see prices like this sometimes, especially early in the after hours. Okay, 5 minutes to go. My order is still looking at me. It's open, but not filled yet. My order is filled. I'm the proud holder of April 1st on April Fool's Day. April 1st, 401 calls. Let's make those calls mean the money tomorrow. So do we have a good priest who can pray for us for those calls to be in the money tomorrow? For April 01, 401 calls for 11 cents. Buy them for 12. We are no fool. Okay, everybody. Ready. Great, everybody. Let's see. Did MU? Yeah, MU, did they post their earnings? Yes, they just did. So that's the only thing that you and I will be get ready. That will be our GangstA trade tomorrow. So MU post earnings and the stock is up 2.99%. Whatever it does, we are GangstA trading MU tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Hope you learned something. made little money on WBA. The others, we shall see tomorrow. SPY, we lost tiny bits on it, so we closed them at 21 cents. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. We cannot have them more. So we will see you tomorrow in pre-markets, and let's see. Maybe tomorrow, the last hour, we do something similar. Maybe. I'm not guaranteeing anything. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening in London. Have a great afternoon in California. Have a great afternoon in the rest of the US of A. Have a great evening in Abuja. We catch you tomorrow, everybody. Bye bye.